Good afternoon. The main reason that I would love to be the commencement speaker at graduation is because I would love to share my unexpected journey during the IMC program. As someone who never thought he would go back for a master's degree, and getting what I did out of the program is an experience I would love to share with my fellow graduates. Here is the speech that I wrote. Fellow graduates, faculty, proud parents, or in my case, shocked parents that this is actually happening, good morning. When I sat in my high school graduation back in 2003, I knew that I would only be part of one more graduation in 4 years. And when those 4 years later came and it was time for me to graduate college, I was so sure that was it. My life as a student was over. I did the high school thing, I did the college thing, and now I was full steam ahead at doing the career thing. I even remember sitting in this exact room back in 2011 when my wife was getting her master's at Medill. And I also remember my parents asking me if I ever thought about going back for a master's degree, to which I maturely replied, I think I'll pass. Now, despite all of that self-assured thinking, my path is led here. I humbly stand before you all as today's commencement speaker. And just to reiterate on what I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that my family in the audience still thinks this is some kind of bizarre dream. To them, me standing up here under these circumstances is probably like seeing a 5-year-old start in the Super Bowl. They're all kind of standing around looking at each other going, how did that guy get here? But the main reason that I wanted to share that parable is because it helps transition into 2 key lessons I learned during my time as an IMC student. The first lesson is to be open to new things, new ideas, going down new roads you never considered before. Without this train of thought, I would have disregarded my coworkers when they explained how they were getting their master's in IMC online programs while working full-time jobs. I would have ignored the fact that the greatest IMC program in the world not only was offering an online program, but it was 30 minutes from my front door. And going down new roads led me to fly out to San Francisco this past March and developing strong relationships with over 50 other classmates. Now, if there's one downside to this lesson, it's that being open to new things made me think taking stats and IMC strategic process in the same quarter was a good idea. Now, this lesson also lends itself to the marketing industry as a whole. I recently read that more data was created over the last 2 years than the previous 5,000. So to the future CMOs and CEOs of this room, change will come and random opportunities will present themselves. Embrace them as often as you can. The second lesson I wanted to share is this. Follow your passions. Follow what you want to be great at. What made IMC's program at Medill so appealing to me was that it represented passion, it represented desire, taking it to the next level, providing opportunities to show how hard you want to work and how good you want to be. What I learned through the program is the desire to follow your passions has to be your driving force. I don't want to get all Rocky 3 on you guys, but maintaining that eye of the tiger for what you love to do is what it's all about. Money, diplomas, adoration, that's all going to come and go. The passion has to be first, front and center. Because if you think about it, this lesson also directly applies to the diploma itself. I mean, what is it really? The diploma is not like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka where you get it and you can just do whatever you want. It's not something that you're going to take with you on job interviews or to networking events or even take it with you to the bathroom. Although I suppose you could if you really wanted to. So when it's all said and done and the dust settles on today, what is the diploma? It's a symbol for the excellence you strive for. It's a representation of your passions. And by graduating today, it's a symbol for a tremendous achievement. If I may, I wanted to share one final point. A couple of months ago, as my IMC program neared its end, I reread the essays I wrote for the admission process. There was one portion in particular that jumped out at me, and it turns out I wrote the following text back in 2015. I feel Medill will further develop my craft, my awareness of how people are communicating globally, and maybe most importantly, what can be achieved. It's an incredibly appealing feeling to know that when I finish the program at the absolute minimum, I'll have spent 2 years learning from the best of the best. I'm disappointed to report that absolutely none of that has happened. I'm just kidding. Everything I hoped to achieve before I started Medill IMC came true and then some. My professors and my classmates opened my eyes and expanded my abilities in ways that I will be forever grateful. So to all of you, I truly thank you. I'll leave you with a quote from one of my all-time favorite movies, The Edge. What one man can do, another can do. To my fellow men and women graduates, we did it. Congratulations to the class of 2017.